It is said that travel is an endless university and you never stop learning. For a forester, this is even more true, as field is where we really learn the tricks of the trade and break our mouths to come out as real foresters. The 2021-23 batch of the Indian Forest Service officers set out on the West India tour, keeping this in mind. From the pink city of Jaipur, through the blue city of Jodhpur, to the house of the great Indian bustards, through the deserts of Jaisalmer, to the land of the Iron Man of India, to the mighty abode of Asiatic lions, and to the lost land of Dwaraka. We took a magnificent journey of 17 days, marveling at the work of the Forest Department of the states of Rajasthan and Gujarat, learning a lot along the way, and of course, creating memories. For Group A, the first destination was Rajasthan, the land of kings, palaces, deserts, and colors. Maybe it is because of this vibrant culture of this land that despite traveling for more than 500 kilometers, we visited the Hawa Mahal and the city palace of Jaipur late into the night. Day 2 started with a visit to the R&A Bhavan, Jaipur, where we interacted with PCCF and other senior officers of IFS. We also got a chance to visit the Centralized Surveillance Center of Rajasthan Forest Department, a state-of-the-art initiative to monitor protected areas in the state. Our next destination was the blue city of Jodhpur. En route, we visited the CCF of Ajmer, N. Vijay sir, and he explained to us the nitty-gritties of being in the field and how to be an efficient Indian Forest Service officer. We also visited the Digambara Jain temple of Ajmer on the way, thus ending a beautiful but long day. Our next leg of the tour in Jodhpur started with a visit to the Arid Forest Research Institute, AFRI, a premier forest research institute dedicated to the arid regions of the country, where we were given an overview of the research work they were doing and the practical applications on the field. The Machia Biological Park was a proverbial example of finding gold among coal, where, defying every logic, the Forest Department of Rajasthan created a beautiful ecosystem in a rocky terrain by using a technique called triple blast technique, thereby creating livable conditions for animals in an otherwise inhospitable environment. The rain gods blessed us throughout Rajasthan, thereby making our trip a little less difficult. We also visited the famous Mehrangat Fort of Jodhpur, which stunned us with its exquisite architecture, detailed artwork, and mesmerizing view of the blue city. We also visited the Umaid Bhavan Palace, another magnificent piece of Rajasthan's heritage and a symbol of New Jodhpur. En route Jaisalmer, we visited a sand dune stabilization site by the Forest Department and learned about the various species and techniques involved in the same. The next destination was one of the most awaited ones in this tour, the Desert National Park, the home of the great Indian bustards. And as we set out on a safari to see this mighty bird, the enthusiasm of probationers had no bounds. So sit back and enjoy this beautiful journey that we took through the Desert National Park. The DFO of Desert National Park explained to us the challenges and success stories of GIB conservation. This was followed by a thrilling adventure through the sand dunes of Jaisalmer via a jeep safari and a camel ride. In the evening, we visited the living fort of Jaisalmer. Walking along the historical lanes of the great fort left us both in awe and excitement. After Rajasthan, it was time for us to move on to our next state, Gujarat, the birthplace of Mahatma Gandhi and the land of Asiatic lions and wild ass. Here, we had a very enriching experience at the National Forensic Sciences University, where we had a 2-day workshop where we learned the basics of wildlife forensics and its applications. This was followed by a visit to Kevadia, where stands the tallest statue in the world of the Iron Man of India, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel.
You can see that on the 1st May 2019, it was very barren.
We also visited other various initiatives by Forest Department in Kevadia, including Arogyavan with its famous Aushadh Manav initiative, the Jungle Safari, as well as the Ekta Nursery. The next stop was Aranya Bhavan, the state headquarters of Gujarat Forest Department. Here, we interacted with the PCCF as well as senior IFS officials of the state. We also got a chance to visit the Haran Udyan, which is maintained and developed by Gear Foundation, where we visited the Dinosaur Park, the Botanical Garden, as well as the zoo. We also visited Puneetwan, another flagship program of the Gujarat Forest Department. Next up was the most celebrated and famous landmark of the Gujarat Forest Department, the Gir National Park. Here, we undertook foot patrolling along with the trackers and forest guards of Gir National Park, which was an adventurous and exciting experience due to the continuous rains and river crossing on the way. Some of the senior foresters in the group came up with natural umbrellas to brave the rain, while the muggles like us resorted to ponchos and caps. The evening was made colorful by the vibrant performance of the Siddhi tribes, which we all enjoyed very much. Although some of us enjoyed a little bit more than the others. Some of us even got an opportunity to go on night patrol along with the forest staff. Even though we couldn't see any lion on the way, we could spot some cheetal and some nightjars. We also visited and learned about the CSR activities of Tata Chemicals as well as Reliance Jamnagar during our trip. Another highlight of the trip was a visit to the Okhamandal Green Turtle Hatchery, where we learned about how the forest department is saving green turtles one egg at a time. We had some fun time at the Okhamandal beach as well, where we brought out the children in us. Due to heavy rains, we couldn't visit the Marine National Park core region in Gujarat. However, we visited the mangrove plantation regions and learned about the various species and their plantation operations. On our way back to Ahmedabad, we made a pit stop at the Wild Ass Sanctuary in the Little Rann of Kutch, where we learned about the wild ass, its conservation, and the various challenges faced by department in the area. As we were waiting in the Ahmedabad airport, with bags full of handicrafts from these states, I remembered a famous line. Every place you have ever visited leaves a little bit of itself in you. We may be leaving West India for now, but the stories of West India, its hospitality, and the lessons we learned from the forest here will stay with us forever.